Bitcoin touched the 98k level yesterday as per our expectations and our previous videos. After breaking down from the rising wedge pattern, Bitcoin is now rebounding from the horizontal demand zone. And currently it is forcing rejection from the 50 moving average, which is acting as a strong resistance at that level. So we'll see now, if we break above the 50 moving average level, then that could trigger a further upward rally. And it would take the lower liquidity and to move up. But I think we would see rejection from the 100k level, which is we're likely gonna probably hit this week. We'll see some resistance from that point, potentially a correction down to the 90k level, and then eventually price will break above the 100k level. Now we are much closer to the upside compared to the bear market that a lot of people were calling for 70k, 75k, and so on. We are closer to a new all-time high. But it would take time, of course. Then the first target now is breaking above the 100k level. We watch that. We have some important data today as well, the unemployment claims, so that might create some kind of a volatility in the market. But in the long term, it's just a matter of patience, and we'll see Bitcoin above the 100k level, of course, with some choppiness here and there. On the other side, something that we bought at $60 on Discord was silver, and silver has officially gone parabolic now. And if you want to join Discord, yes, we are managing to capture the movements of the market. Yesterday we traded three, we made some good profits, and you would see all the buy and sell alerts available on Discord for both trading and for long-term hold. It's all available there. If you want to join, you'll find the link in the description below. So speaking of silver, silver just broke above the $92 an ounce, moving so fast that the US Mint has shut down silver sales, and we see at the same time silver that it keeps climbing up. So the big question is, can anything actually stop silver at this point, or are we watching the beginning of something historic? Let's have a look at what the markets are telling us today. So silver made a new all-time high, pushing above the $92 per ounce. Today we see a small correction in the price, but at the same time, gold is also making history, trading above $4,600 per ounce for the first time ever. When you put those two together, something important happens. We see also the gold to silver ratio has dropped to around 50-1, and a lot of people are asking now, should I rotate silver into gold here? Should I sell both? Should I buy more? And I would say, if you're here for the long term, these precious metals are definitely worth holding, not only because they are rare, but because we see so much demand for those right now, especially for silver industrial demand, and gold for decades has been valuable asset and hedge against inflation. We see those silver this year and back in 2025 outperforming gold, and it has finally reclaimed its place next to gold as a top tier monetary asset. And silver has now surpassed its 2011 inflation adjusted high, and it becomes one of the best performing assets in the world. And if we just look at last year alone, 2025, silver was up nearly 150%. And that's the crazy part. Now we are in 2026 and silver is already up around 20% already. My first target where I would take some profits off silver is just below $100 per ounce. Then I would take a little bit more at 150 and potentially 200, as I see this potentially a price target by the end of 2026. It is very possible, and that is possible because of three major reasons. The first one is the Federal Reserve chaos. There are growing concerns of the independence of the Federal Reserve, including the possibility of legal action against Powell. And I want to say that what I'm going to say now, these three factors, they don't only apply to silver, they apply to gold and Bitcoin as well. When Powell is removed, the new Fed chair is likely to cut rates aggressively and restart the monetary easing, which is extremely bullish for crypto, for gold, and for silver. We also have the projection or the prediction of rate cuts coming. Markets are pricing that we would see future US rate cuts, which will weaken the dollar and push investors towards hard assets like gold and silver. There are a lot of talks about inflation, and of course gold, silver, and Bitcoin are hedge against inflation. And the third factor, which is very important, is also the geopolitical instability. Global tensions are rising. We see a lot of conflicts with Iran, with Israel, with now US, Venezuela, Ukraine, Russia still ongoing. But what mainly is causing this is the political unrest in Iran, the aggressive US foreign policy, and the heightened global uncertainty. So all of this fuels the safe haven demand. That's why we see silver keeps climbing up. And something that maybe people are not aware is silver has already passed above the $100 per ounce in China. On the Shanghai Futures Exchange, silver recently traded as high as $114 per ounce, which is over $10 higher than anywhere else in the world, which creates a massive west-east divergence. So the east is bidding aggressively for physical silver. The West is suppressing price through paper markets, and this is a sign of physical stress. Price discovery is shifting, and history shows that when this happens, the West eventually catches up with the East. So that's why I'm very confident that silver is not going to be below $100 for too long. Very soon we're going to see it trending above $100 per ounce. And at the same time, something that has not happened before, the US Mint has officially suspended sales of silver products because silver's price is moving so fast up that the mint can't reprice inventory fast enough without selling at a loss. Basically, they don't know how to sell silver profitably at these prices, and due to the required 30-day price increase notices, these products could be unavailable for weeks. And I can tell you that retail investors are waking up, but of course a little bit later now. I still see potential for 2x on silver, and now other wider retail investors are waking up, institutional pressure is building, and physical silver is lightening globally. And yet, this is not the full-blown mania phase like the 1980 and the 2011. As I said, I genuinely believe that silver has much higher to go, and we're gonna see that by 2026. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.